Hello, welcome to Merrick Masters on Topic. Today's episode deals with President Trump's effort to deinstitutionalize federal employee unions. It's April the 26th, 2025. I'm a professor of business emeritus, commentator, and podcaster. There's been a four-pronged attack on federal unions that President Trump has launched, which includes de-recognizing unions and de-bargaining with them because they've been exempted from labor law protection given their declared national security status. Relatedly, the Office of Personnel Management has authorized agencies to discontinue devoting any resources to union business, and that includes the collection of union dues for the unions themselves. Also, the administration, through a variety of executive actions, has fired probationary employees, closed offices, and ordered the production of reduction in force plans on a government-wide basis. Finally, the Trump administration, through executive action, has recast administrative agencies by firing presidential appointees made by President Biden to those agencies. This has led the largest employee union representing federal workers, the American Federation of Government Employees, to announce recently on April the 24th, 2025, that they plan to lay off more than half of its staff nationwide as a result of a combination of executive orders. The executive order that exempted certain federal agencies from protection of the Federal Service Labor Management Relations statute is Executive Order 14251, which removed most of the employees from the Departments of Defense, State, Treasury, Veterans Affairs, and Justice, as well as a variety of other subunits of numerous other departments and independent agencies created under the federal government because they have a national security mission. That means they are no longer recognized, or agency management is no longer required to bargain collectively with them. The guidance memo from the acting director of the Office of Personnel Management on March 27, 2025 states the following. By operation of this order excluding certain agencies no longer subject to collective bargaining requirements because of their national security mission, those agencies and subdivisions are no longer required to collectively bargain with federal unions. Also, because of the statutory authority underlying the original recognition of their status as exclusively recognized labor organizations for employees of the agencies and agency subdivisions, they have no authorization to bargain collectively. In addition, this same memorandum from the OPM acting director stated that agencies will not be collecting dues through a dues checkoff provision that are negotiated in union contracts in the federal government that allow for employees who voluntarily join the union to have their dues collected by the agency. In addition, any subsidies that the agency might provide for the union, including official time and various other things, may be discontinued as a result of this executive order. The third set of activities that has affected federal employee unions is the firings, closings, and RIFs. Firings of probationary employees have covered more than 20,000 of such employees at this point in time. Various federal agencies have closed offices and units, including the Agency for International Development and the Department of State, which just recently announced it was closing several offices. And ordering a reduction in its staff of about 15%. The reductions in force on a government-wide basis at this point in time cover nearly 200,000 workers. Now, these executive actions, I should note, are in various stages of judicial review. Also, the fourth prong of this effort is recasting federal agencies. President Trump has removed Biden appointees to the Federal Labor Relations Authority, the Merit Systems Protection Board, the Office of Special Counsel, and the Federal Service Impasses Panel. These executive actions are under various stages of judicial review as well. This is the most widespread effort to really deinstitutionalize unions that has been undertaken since John F. Kennedy recognized unions on a government-wide basis in 1962 through his executive order, his landmark executive order 10988, which granted federal employees, which then included also postal workers, the right to form unions and to bargain collectively. Effectively, as I mentioned at the beginning of this, you have a presidential order which has removed more than 1 million employees from protection of the Federal Service Labor Management Relations Statute, and they are no longer given the right to be recognized by unions or to have unions bargain collectively on their behalf. I'm Eric Masters. This tells you a little bit about me. I hope you stay tuned for this and more episodes on President Trump's initiatives with respect to the federal workforce and federal employee unions. Thank you and have a good day.